Um, Done.
Okay, great. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Alejandro. Hey, Federico. How are you guys?
Fantastic. Hi.
Great.
Hello,
Great.
everyone. We have people waiting, so in 7 minutes we'll start. We'll let you with Carrie L. From the Hotel Networks, with Federico Elmo, co-founder of TravelTech, CCO of TravelTech and HS Latin and BuyZ.store. That's the three companies that we own. With Alejandro Gomez, CEO and co-founder of Amelia.travel, he will do a revolution in the industry. Be sure to listen to him. With Bazu don't need any kind of presentation. This Evo Max Ray Tiger, they're on the market for 2002. So it's Ray Tiger. It's like the Hotel Networks. You don't need presentation. To be very transparent with you guys. So I leave you speaking. Everybody's going to listen to you on YouTube. So you have 6 minutes to start. You can chat. Everybody's listening is good. Like this, the public can engage. I'll be back in 40 minutes. I need a break. After 3 hours, I need a little break. So Carrie, thank you so much to be here with us. And in 4 minutes, I'm back. Okay? Federico, it's all yours.
Sure.
Don't be shy. This is. I come back in half an hour. Cheers.
Right.
Lots of energy.
Yep. Vinny's always lots of energy. He's very enthusiastic. Yep, that's right.
In the last session, it was phenomenal. He had a lot of energy to bring to that conversation. I loved it.
Right.
If you look for renewable energy in the dictionary, there's a picture of Vinicius right next to it. Coming back and back and back. It's always there. So.
Correct. Alejandro, I saw you in the day one session. It was nicely moderated. Great.
Thank you very much. Now it's I think the whole event series has been phenomenal, right? I think hotels need the education in the nice part of the term. Let's say it's good that we are sharing knowledge. That I, for one, yesterday with the pitching and then the first day on the masterclass, at least we're sharing silver linings, right? You've had a rough 14 months, so at least getting hopes up and getting a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. I'm all in. I'm all game for that.
Correct. Yeah, there's a new normal. I mean, the trade shows are not happening, but I heard that Fitur is happening in Spain. This right? Yep.
Yes, it is. They don't know how, let's just say, in person will be, but I hope that there is a little bit of in person plus.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to interrupt.
So we can
be aware if somebody wants to join the call. You are a demonstrator for this meeting. So if somebody comes, you see, take OK to then jump in. Okay. Thank you. Cheers.
Sure.
Thank you. Now I'm going to take half an hour break and I come back. Thank you, Carrie.
Sure.
You're welcome.
Ale, sorry. I heard some return.
Not me.
Okay.
I was muted, so not me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Federico. What did you say?
No, there was a little bit of coupling from someone, but it's again I was on mute, so.
Okay.
I think when one person's speaking will be good.
Yep.
Can you see people joining, Alejandro?
I'll check right now. Give me 1 second. I'll go into YouTube separately.
Yesterday in the masterclass, we had around 131 attendees yesterday.
So I cannot see the rest. I think people are joining because I hear the 1 second I'm going to YouTube. So I was coupling myself there. So I was saying that if I go into it as an attendee from YouTube, I cannot see other participants. I only see me, right? But I think people are joining because I'm hearing the tick, 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 tick sound all the time.
Great.
So
Maybe I guess we are not live yet. That might be the reason. I'm just guessing.
no, we are. It's already broadcasting. So I just saw ourselves from the attendee point of view. So
Okay.
that's it. I think Fede, it's up to you to decide when you want to start. I think it's 2 more minutes, right? So
In 1 minute, Ale, we can start.
So it starts at 2:25, right?
Of course.
Theo is not here, right?
he likes to be fashionably late.
Yeah.
You also have Joa today, right? Joa Freitas.
We do. And hi, GP.
Yep.
Fede, are we good to start? Do you think?
I'm good.
Yep.
You're good.
I think we should. So, hi everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night. It's a pleasure to have you here on this pitching day 4 for Travel Tech 2021 US and Canada edition. Here with us we have Federico Elmer, who is the CEO, CCO, and then also co-founder of Travel Tech, who is inviting us all. I'm delighted and pleasured and humbled to be here with Gabriel from the Hotels Network. We have Sonia Basu from eRevMax. We'll be having Dolores Capsimbras from Google Line Now. We'll also have Joao Freitas from HiGifi, and myself, I'm the least important. My name is Alex Gomez. I'm the co-founder of Amelia, and we're going to start the pitch right now. So I'm going to hand it over to Kari so she can take it forward. Kari, the floor is yours.
All right. I'm just going to set up the screen share here. Wonderful. Hope this is working for everyone. And there we
Yeah.
go. Perfect. Thanks for confirming that. Awesome. Well, I'm really excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And I've learned a lot in the last few days, for sure. And today I'm going to focus on the direct booking channel, which we all know is very important. And most importantly, it's important now more than ever. So I'm going to focus on, of course, everything that we've learned in the last year. And there has been a lot. I mean, things are not as we knew them to be, but some things have stayed a little bit the same, but there's also a lot that we have, been able to learn through trying and testing different things. So today I'm excited to really show you all that we've learned, or at least a good snapshot of that. So first and foremost, as we all know, nothing is the same. So for us at the Hotels Network, we have had so many hoteliers coming to us all throughout this year, just really perplexed, wondering if, their conversion rate is anything like what others in their market are seeing, for instance, or if they're seeing a higher rate of disparities from OTAs. Is that something that's just happening to them, or is everyone experiencing the same? So there have been a lot of question marks. And from our side, we have a lot of great data. So we've really been trying to provide, as many answers to those questions as we possibly can. So that's sort of my segue into what I want to focus on today. And this conference I know is all about learning. So I want to focus also on learning, of course, so that we can first and foremost understand how do we compare to our comp sets, and what can we look at right now to really understand how we fit into the mix. I also want to talk a lot about getting our fair share of direct booking. So the fair share is important because everything has changed and the pie is smaller, less people are traveling, obviously. So what can we do as a hotel to put our best foot forward to make sure that we do capture as many direct bookings as we should be capturing? And then last of all, there are no budgets, or there are very small budgets now. So if we can explore some free complimentary resources. That's just going to help everyone. So I definitely have some ideas here. All right. So first of all, why am I and why are we as a company qualified to talk to you about direct bookings? Well, it's all we do. So we've been focusing on growth for the direct channel for over 6 years now. We're always continuing to innovate. And specifically, what we do is we work with our clients to optimize their websites and their booking engines so that they are deploying the right personalized messaging or optimization tools so that they do have the best chance of converting. And of course, everything we do is backed by data. And speaking of our relationships with hotels and all the trying and testing we're doing, we have a lot of clients, and we have about 7,000 hotels on our platform currently. We're in 96 countries, and we work with more than 300 different booking engines. So again, our data is unique in that sense. So again, let's go back to those comp sets. Let's go back to trying to understand what is the new normal. Am I doing well? Am I doing poorly? How do I understand any of this? And so this brings us to something we're very excited to be launching just this week and also publicly here at Travel Tech, and that is our brand new benchmark platform for the hotel industry that we call Bench Direct. So as it says on the screen here, it is in fact free forever for everyone. And that this really is our way of being able to help the industry come together. I know that's also been a big theme at this conference, to again take back that direct relationship with their visitors, with their website visitors, perhaps shift from OTAs or at least rely less on them for direct business, which, you know, that the other channel is important, but it can be costly. So again, the more we can share with hotels, the more they are empowered. And at the end of the day, you know, we need the industry to thrive if we're going to thrive as a business. So it just all makes sense for us. So benchmarking, let's talk about that. And let's talk about how Bench Direct stands out. By the way, I am going to give you a demo of the platform as well. So here we go. First and foremost, most benchmark products, usually they're not platforms, they're usually reports, typically focus on, you know, this 2% here. So in other words, what happens after the bookings have taken place? Okay, so that's more of really, I'll say, a photograph of what takes place. So what is our overall conversion rate looks like, average booking value, and so on and so forth. But we all know that there is a lot of information then missing. So what is happening in the rest of the funnel? You know, what is happening in terms of people even, you know, conducting a search on my website or bouncing from my website? So there's a lot of very, very important data that occurs throughout the journey. Not only that, but learning about visitor information is also incredibly important when understanding how you can perform better in your business. So we're looking at the full funnel, the full 100% here when we talk about Bench Direct. The other thing I'd like to do is maybe help sort of bring some context to our platform. The reason for this is simple. We've been talking to our clients about this for weeks. They have been sort of in the know ahead of everyone else about this new platform we've launched. And everybody, it's human nature, wants to sort of put a new product into a category or a bucket with someone else, which is totally normal. So I thought I would just do that here for everyone. So first of all, I hear a lot when our clients are seeing the platform that it resembles some of the information they might have in Google Analytics. Well, that's very true. However, what's missing from Google Analytics, as we all know, is the comparisons, comparing to your comp set. So again, when you want to benchmark yourself, you need to have those comparisons. The Star Report is very popular. I think it's a great product. I hear great things about it. But at the same time, it's also looking at that photograph versus the full funnel, which we refer to as the video. Okay, everything that happens before the bookings take place. A lot of booking engines have great reporting, but again, those are specific to a piece of technology, their booking engine. So again, if you can look at data across over 300 different booking engines, then there's no underlying piece of technology that's influencing every single person in the report or hotel, I should say. And then we've got great companies like OTA Insights. I've heard also wonderful things about them. They provide a lot of great insight around disparity data which of course we also have as part of BenchDirect. So marriage of all of these things and more. And the and more is definitely represented in large part by the amount of visitor data we have incorporated into BenchDirect. So again, if you could think about having all of the data we just talked about and then being able to filter that based on, the country of origin or the device type or any of the things you see on the screen here, that is, in a nutshell, what our interactive platform is all about. Okay, so this is just a little sneak peek while I transfer over to my demo, because I know everybody likes to see things in action here. So what I have prepared for you is a brief overview of our demo account. So this is all fake data. There's nothing real here. Hopefully it cooperates with us. But I really look forward to sort of explaining all that's here. And I can't even do the full platform justice, frankly, but I'm going to do my best. So here we have a quick view of our conversion dashboard here. And what I'm looking at down below is a comparison of what we call the Peaceful Garden Hotel. So this is a demo property. And that one hotel has the ability to compare their conversion rate versus their entire brand, if in fact they're part of a brand. Okay, so if I have 10 other hotels in my brand, I would be seeing how I compare to them. And of course, if you're an independent without a brand, you just wouldn't see this category. We then have the ability to compare to our destination. This is also important. We want to know, if everyone in my city is having a higher conversion rate than me, then clearly I have room for improvement. All of this data, obviously, as you can see here, is anonymous and it's always grouped. And then I'm really happy about this last category here. THN stands for the Hotels Network. This is really, for us, our vision for this platform is, again, all about learning from one another within a network. So if we all share our data, there are things that we can learn perhaps from lookalike hotels. Maybe there's a hotel that's not in my city or not down the street that sort of looks and acts like mine. It has, similar rates, similar star rating, similar number of rooms. And maybe I can learn something from that hotel's conversion rate, despite the fact that, again, they're not in what I would consider to be my immediate comp set. So that's what the THN category represents. By the way, we have all these other reports available also. So we're focused here on conversion. Everything you see on the left-hand side in the top section here is related to our funnel. Rates and disparities, of course, is self-explanatory. And down here is that visitor data I talked about. So I'm going to look at a couple more of these. But before I do that, I just wanted to continue with showing a few other things that we're seeing on this screen here. We all know that when we talk about conversion, there are several different components to looking at a conversion rate. Frankly, there are many different ways to measure it. So here we have an example of how we can change the data we're viewing below here based on wanting to know, for example, our total conversion rate from visitor landing on the website to following through with a booking. Then we have the top of the funnel. Okay, again, this is typically missing from benchmark reporting. Those visitors that land and actually continue to search. That's important data. I want to know, especially marketers want to know this. What more can I do to drive traffic to my funnel, through my funnel, to my booking engine? And then, of course, we have your overall booking engine conversion. Okay. The other thing I wanted to point out is here, we have multiple filters. So this is great data already, but now imagine if we could apply a whole other level that says, for example, we are only going to compare to city hotels, or there are others down here, or only resorts, for example, we can do that. Or maybe we want to look at family travel. Maybe that's really our key focus, and we want to share some reports internally that are only relevant to how we're performing with families. We also have the source. So we know if your traffic is coming from maybe your meta search campaigns, and we can measure your conversion rate as opposed to or related to those visitors coming to the site. And then, of course, device. We know how important it is to monitor what's happening on mobile devices, especially right now. So you have, again, all of these opportunities here. If I scroll down, by the way, every section also has multiple reports. So I think we really have thought of everything here. So here's your total conversion over time. Again, you're comparing it to the other benchmark categories, and you can change your view to daily, weekly, or monthly. This is a really popular one. My clients quite like this one. Everybody's trying to see in COVID, week over week, month over month, are things changing? We're trying new things. Are we improving? This is a really great graph for that. By the way, here you can see I can download each of these independent graphs into a PDF report, or I can download everything in this section into one combined PDF. Really easy to share the information. I'll just quickly show you a couple of other things. Length of stay, again, is a very important metric right now. If you can see that other hotels in your destination are doing better than you in terms of converting longer stays, then maybe there's more you can do instead of thinking, oh, maybe everyone's staying one night or 2 nights, because that's the most popular thing most of my clients have been seeing is very short stays. So if you see the destination is booking longer stays, then you realize it's possible. So what more can you do? Okay, so you're gaining some insight there that you can action. Disparities is, as I already mentioned, a big question that we're getting is, oh my gosh, OTAs are undercutting me more than ever, or at least it appears that way. And many hotels that do work with us have all of that data in their dashboard. But again, how does that compare? Is this happening to everyone, or is this only happening to me? So here you have the ability to see how frequently you're being undercut by the OTAs, for example, and what is the average amount that they are undercutting you by. So all of this data is here. And by the way, if you just wanted to look at, for example, Priceline data only, you could filter the OTA you care most about. Okay. And last but not least, I just wanted to give you a glimpse into what we offer through visitor profile information. By the way, in all of this, we are capturing data through very simple things like perhaps, the static data that visitors carry in their browser when they land on your website. It could be through IP, for example, such as geolocation, and otherwise it's behavior. So we're not asking people for personal information. There's no GDPR issues here whatsoever. This, again, is readily available data that our technology is able to read simply by having scripts on the hotel website and the booking engine. Okay, so there's nothing tricky going on here. And here you can see we are comparing by device. We've got desktop versus tablet versus mobile. And by the way, if we'd prefer to look at a table of data, we can just toggle over to tables. Very easy to do. And then we have down here the visitors by country. So this is the last thing I'm going to focus on, but the importance here I think is probably obvious, but right now we all have traffic from within our own country for the most part. At least that's true in North America where I am. But at the same time, we're looking at recovery here. So if you start to see as borders start to open up, people begin to travel again, if you can see that your destination is receiving traffic at a higher rate than you are from other markets, then again, maybe you can deploy some very personalized campaigns on your website, knowing that people are coming in from those markets. Right? So there's a lot more, but that's my quick version. And with that, I'm going to actually just jump back into the PowerPoint here so that I can continue talking more about the fact that, okay, we have all of this great data. We understand we could be stronger, for example, in terms of targeting certain markets or, targeting families or improving the mobile experience. So how do we do all of that? Of course, is the big question. So let's talk about ensuring you're getting your fair share of direct bookings. In order to do that, I think it's important that we agree on a few things. So there are a few facts here that hopefully everyone will agree with, but just to make sure we're all on the same page. So we all know that on average, most hotels have about 98% of users leaving their website without booking. A 2% global conversion rate was typical before COVID. And of course, for a lot of hotels, it's gotten worse since then. But again, that's a massive opportunity. If we look at those numbers and think about the fact that, 98% of those people are leaving, that means we can perhaps do a little more to keep them from leaving us. Not only that, but again, there are just fewer bookings to go around. So the market is more competitive than ever. So if you've got other brands, whether it's OTAs or competitive hotels, they're really putting their best foot forward to engage with people on their websites, and perhaps your website isn't doing that, that's again a missed opportunity, because they may have a competitive advantage to you in that sense. Okay. And we also know, and again, this is pre-COVID, that 80% of guests that are booking on an OTA did at some point go to the hotel website. So if someone's coming to look on your site, that is your opportunity to make sure they know how valuable they are and to engage with them and to personalize their experience. We all know hospitality is all about personalization. Certainly, if somebody is going to walk into your lobby, you're going to engage with them, and the same is true online. And we also know that consumers are trained this way. It may have been very popular with Amazon back in the day, but now it's everywhere. It's when we listen to music, when we watch movies, and in all types of retail situations and in hospitality. So again, it's all about making sure your hotel is sharing the right messaging with the right guests at the right time, because again, it's expected and people want to read content that resonates with them. They don't want to waste their time with anything that doesn't fit what their interests are. Last fact. Travelers today are looking for reassurance. I think we're getting that now after a year, but you'd be surprised. I have been to a lot of hotel websites where there's absolutely no effort being made to communicate with the traveler that, hey, this is a safe place to book. We take COVID seriously, et cetera, et cetera. So again, that level of reassurance is incredibly important. So let's introduce some tools. What can we use to make sure that we're achieving all of these objectives? We're personalizing experiences, we're reassuring people, we're keeping people from leaving our website. And by the way, of course, everything I'm about to show you comes from our own platform. So it hopefully isn't a matter of thinking, oh, that sounds like it would be nice to do, but how do I do that? Or what do I have to invest in? What do we have to build? You don't have to build anything. Again, it's about adding scripts to a website and having a layer on top that can look and act as though, it is part of your website, whether it be a tool, an optimization tool, or a personalized message. So lots of great examples if you're wondering, what exactly am I referring to? So first, foremost, for
Carrie?
Right. So,
network issue, I guess.
We're lost.
Hello? Are you still hearing me? Everyone?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, we can right now. Yep.
Okay, great. All right. So again, the other purpose of this tool in particular is to make sure that people don't leave your website. Okay, so if a visitor is thinking, oh, I haven't seen any reviews, I'm going to go to TripAdvisor, you may lose them forever. So again, showcasing a curated collection of reviews on your website is going to help to satisfy that need for seeing reviews. Okay. We're all familiar perhaps with price comparison tools. We have one that is 100% proprietary to us. It has a 0% error rate and it works in real time. And of course, with a price compare feature, the key objective here is, again, encourage guests to stay here and book with you by showing them that they're not going to get a better rate anywhere else. So if they feel like they need to check that for themselves, you're taking away that desire by showing this. Not only that, but just to make sure that the functionality of this is understood, this tool will only show a rate from an OTA that is either on par with yours or higher than yours. So you can see here, we do not have a better rate from the OTAs. However, if the OTAs do have a better rate, which we know happens, that is suppressed from this tool. It does not show to your visitors, but it is tracked in the backend dashboard with a screenshot so that you can access that later. Now, the one exception to showing rates with disparities would be if you wanted to match disparities. So this is something you would choose to enable, but you could use price match. So again, if OTA is undercutting you by something small like 5%, you could simply say, we'd like to match that rate. And through our platform, that is all automated. So again, it's a choice, but it is possible to do. The thinking there is, why not give 5% back to our visitors rather than risk, losing that person altogether as a booker, or paying, 15 or 20% perhaps to an OTA. All right, flexible cancellation messaging, it should be really very prominent on your website if you have it. And that might sound obvious, but I really had to put this in because I go to so many websites, even myself booking a staycation recently, where I had to dig to find out, what happens if my plans change? Am I going to be able to be refunded? So again, make sure your messaging is front and center. Now imagine if you're an uncertain guest in a booking engine and you're looking at a hotel and you're thinking, this looks good, I think I found the right place, but I still need to talk to my spouse. Imagine having the convenience of just sending all of your search information straight to your inbox. That's what we do through Save Your Search. And for the hotel, of course, this is a great way to stay top of mind with uncertain travelers, and a very convenient way to confirm bookings as well, since we've got an email here with a Book Now button, and it enables a guest to go straight back into the website and booking engine with their date selected to confirm their booking. And of course, this also grows your email database. Okay, so we've seen a huge increase in saved search requests. Personalization is perhaps my favorite topic here, and that is just because, again, it's the personal touch that makes such a big difference. So showing content that is relevant is key, but also making your designs look good. So on our platform, as we continue to enhance it, we've come to a place now where pretty much any design you can think of is possible. We have 1,000 different fonts you can choose from. We have an image gallery. If you want to use external images outside of your own, you can use your own. But we have over 2 million images available with no copyright on them, different shapes, sizes, templates, anything you can imagine, because at the end of the day, anything you put on your website should not look cookie cutter, shouldn't look like a pop-up that 10 other hotels in the city are using. It should look like it is a native part of your website. The way we personalize is through advanced targeting. Okay, so again, we're going to get more to personalization. I did mention a little bit earlier, but let's take a look in a moment about how we are specifically triggering messages that are relevant. When it comes to formats, though, again, many to choose from. What I also wanted to point out is if you want to avoid what we call, the Christmas tree effect, where you've got so many different messages popping up all over the place, then what you have is the ability to use multiple different formats. Okay, so you can be very subtle. And again, if you're targeting your content, I may go through your website 50 times and see nothing because maybe you're not targeting me. So it's very important to have a good strategy here. What I also really like is this inliner format. This is a message that doesn't even pop up. So again, you could have all 4 of these messages on your site and they still would not inundate your visitor. So we're going to look at some examples of those. When I talk about personalizing messaging, there's really 3 types of data we can look at. So number 1 is the static data. We did talk a little bit about that earlier. Maybe it's carried in the browser. It could be geolocation. The static data could tell us which device your visitor is on. And then, of course, as they interact with your website, we learn from their behavior about their travel intentions. We know through search dates which season they're looking to visit in. If they've got children in the search, we know it's a family. And then the really exciting point we've come to now is that we have predictive data. Okay, so we're able to tell through machines whether or not someone is likely to book with you or not likely to book with you. So again, targeting triggers. How do we personalize? I'll just talk about a couple things that are really popular during COVID, because again, that's what it's all about, is what have we learned right now. Geo-targeting is important. We're not just targeting by country or even by state or province. We're targeting right down to local city. And why that's important in the time of the staycation is that you may want to trigger a slightly different staycation message depending on how far away your visitor is coming from. So if it's someone down the street, you're competing against your other hotels, your comp set locally. However, if it's someone who's driving for 5 hours to get to you, essentially you're competing with 5 hours in every direction of that person. So therefore, you should be promoting your staycation as a whole. Very important. Of course, we're looking at dates of stay. If it's a 2-night stay, we'll aim to upsell into a 3-night or a 4-night. And then we can look at the overall booking value. And we know if this is someone looking, for example, to stay for 2 weeks, which could be long, it certainly is for a lot of my clients during COVID. And now that person's maybe exiting your booking engine, we could trigger an offer through exit that we wouldn't trigger for anyone else, purely because we are aiming to save that high net worth opportunity. All right, so I need to speed up a little bit here. I just looked at the time. Machine learning, great, very successful way to increase bookings within your low intent guest segment. So the people in the bottom 30% who are least likely to book, they need the incentive. The people up here in high intent, they don't need the incentive. So there's a promotional savings when you make offers only to a low intent segment. This is something we're having great success with. Very quickly, some examples. Let's focus on designs, first of all. This is one of my clients here. This travel with ease message couldn't be more simple, very basic. They've created it with one of our templates, but the point is it matches the branding of their website. I really like this smart note over here where it says free parking. We're used to smart notes on OTAs that kind of pop up all over the place. This one's transparent. All of our messaging has the ability to have you adjust the opacity. Most importantly, because this hotel is playing a video in the background. So if we're not covering up videos and beautiful images, then again, we're deploying something that feels as though it's supposed to be a part of our site. I mentioned inliners not popping up. Upgrade your stay here. This is an inline message format. So again, you can target the content in here. It looks like it's an integral part of your website. You can launch it in 30 seconds. You don't need anyone technical. Not only that, but we've got multiple messages on this screen. There's our review summary. And over here, this little icon, that's also one of our messages. So again, instead of having 3 big pop-ups saying all of what we need to say, we've chosen more subtle formats to be able to still communicate the same things. We have a countdown timer to create urgency. We had great success with this during Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's a whole blog on our website about that. And I also want to point out that during this time, as we're capturing more email addresses, who doesn't want to grow their email database? That's always important. We've seen a huge spike when we change the content. If we can offer to provide timely updates related changes to the destination or at the property or anything related to what's happening in the world, that's going to see an increase in spikes in email signups rather than a passive sign up for our newsletter message. We clearly have a lot of hotels that are looking for ways to offer fenced rates. You know, they want to be able to have maybe be able to compete with brands that have big membership programs, loyalty programs that are costly, and they don't have those. So the other thing we can incorporate is email capture with our one-click promo code. So again, here I would click on this link, the booking engine would refresh for me once I've submitted my email address, and that enables the hotel to offer a new rate through the use of a promo code. Mobile is everything right now. We've seen mobile traffic go through the roof. The nice thing about our platform and where we really like to focus things is on creating a completely unique mobile experience. So less things popping up, more inliners and offers that are exclusive to the mobile device, because guess what? When people are on mobile, they tend to be researching, and we capture them earlier if we capture them on mobile, as opposed to going back to desktop where they can clearly open multiple tabs and they're is a lot more for them to look at, and there's a greater chance of you losing their business. The other thing we've done since COVID is we've built a gift card platform. So the number one request we had back in March was we need to find a way to generate revenue now for stays that occur later. Okay, so again, we've built in this great gift platform, and you can do different things with gift cards. You can issue refunds, you can grant proactive rewards, or of course you can sell stays even with an incentive. All right, and last but not least, I just have a few targeting examples. So I talked about promoting your staycation destination and talking about all the wonderful things to do in your area. So again, this message was only triggered for the local market and a certain segment of that local market. Now, as we start to get people traveling overseas again, for example, let's acknowledge that someone's coming from afar, and again, make them feel comfortable. Here we have an example of what we call source targeting, and this means that, quite simply, we could tell this visitor came from an Instagram promotion that this hotel was running, and so we greeted them with the same content they had seen on the Instagram promotion. This family getaway package over on the right-hand side is only showing here in this booking engine because we have a child in the search. No child, no message. At the same time, for families, we can present family offers, and this can be a great way to upsell rooms. Families are growing, a lot of families having, 3 children, or perhaps traveling with the nanny. So if there is a promotion that could guide, one family trying to fit into one room into a second room, then again, that's something we could trigger only if we know this is a family search. Then very quickly, we have an upsell opportunity here, staying for 3 nights. Again, this was only pushed if it was a 3-night stay. So try to get people to stay that extra night. And last example during COVID, and I love this one because it works so well, is if you do still see that you're getting a lot of 24-hour searches, 48 hours, why not create a package around that? So again, make sure that your content is resonating, that your visitors think, oh, the 24-hour stay, well, this hotel's thought of everything I would need in a 24-hour period, including late checkout. This sounds like something I need and makes me feel comfortable, and therefore it will increase conversion. All right, so a lot of the things that I've shown you today are complementary or could at least start that way. Bench Direct, as I mentioned, 100% free for everyone forever. And everything I showed you in that platform today and more is available to everybody. So you can email me after, you can sign up via our website, whatever you prefer to get on our waiting list for onboarding. Not only that, but because of COVID for the last year, we have been doing extended complimentary trials. So for 60 days live with another 2 to 4 weeks of setup before that, where our team guides everything for you, you would have full access to our platform, everything I showed you here, everything we have, and a lot of, as I said, guidance training, whatever you have time for is open to you. And at the end of that, you have data, great data, that will tell you what positive effect we were able to recognize together. The same is true of our machine learning trial. That is platform, I should say. We also offer free trials of that. And last but not least, we have all kinds of great resources on our website right now. So I appreciate your time. I know I went a little over, but if there are any questions, I'd love to answer them.
Thanks, Carrie, for that. It's, I think one of the questions that, and I allow myself to make it, is hotels tend to be a little bit skittish or afraid when they see this technology, right? It seems so daunting and it does so many things, but I know for a fact that it's actually super easy, right? So I wanted to ask you about the onboarding process for any kind of property with a hotels network.
Great question. And you're right. It's very, very, very easy. So all we would do is load scripts onto the website and the booking engine. And if hotels have Google Tag Manager, we could do that for them. But it's basically cutting and pasting. It's very quick to do. We're already connected with over 300 booking engines. And frankly, we can work with any booking engine. So there really should be no issues there. And once the scripts are there, every single message and tool is available to everyone. We have a very user-friendly dashboard that every hotel we work with has access to. It has tons of great reporting, real-time information, as you saw, or as I referenced, different templates for things with, full guidance and support from our side. We offer unlimited training. And during COVID, we're offering complimentary service, configuration of the tools, strategic ideas. You can really count on us to be an extension of the team right now. So, we really don't want there to be barriers in terms of people even just giving it a try. If you're short-staffed, don't worry, we got you covered. That's
awesome. And let me ask you for your opinion on this, but with the latest news on Google and ads, like having a super powerful tool like yours, it's like running a Ferrari with like rocket fuel, right? So I don't know if you think that's the case, because it's free ads, and then I have a free tool forever doing Bench Direct, plus all the other things that the hotels network can give me. So I don't see why hotels are not running right now to contact you and getting on board, right?
Well, they really are, and I think our founder did a one pre-launch presentation, and we had over 1,000 signups from that. We just announced more to the public this morning. Previous to that, we just announced to our hotels last week and have been onboarding them. So the response has been phenomenal. The other point I should clarify is, all we have to do for Bench Direct also is get scripts loaded. And again, it's very easy to do. Once we load scripts, it's going to take 30 days to populate the platform with data. So it's kind of one of those things where the sooner the better. So our team is working around the clock to, create scripts and get as many hotels onboarded as possible.
Awesome. So, well, for me, I don't know. Sonia, do you have any other questions? I see that we have Theodoros now with us in case he has a question as well. No, guys, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Alessandro. We are already cooperating with the Hotels Network, and I'm happy that before my presentation, Carrie did also show Benchmark, which will be launched also to Book Online now. So it's a great opportunity for me also in later stages to be connected also to the Hotels Network.
And they always say, Theodoros, that it's beauty before age, right? So Carrie and then you, right? So that's
I agree with you, Alejandro. It looks like a lot of technology, but I see the tool is very, very easier to handle with. I mean, great thing, great information.
Thanks, you guys. And one of the common themes I heard throughout the presentations I've watched since Monday is just that, hospitality is bringing, COVID is bringing hospitality and hoteliers in particular closer to technology. And I couldn't agree more. We have been busier than ever. We've been more helpful than ever. We've had more people grateful to us than ever. So that's a positive. And hopefully now that Benchmark is finally launched, we will continue to see that. And again, come together as an industry to just become stronger out of this.
Great.
Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate being here.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much, Gary. And I think, Fede, then if we are okay, what we should do is continue and move forward with Theodoros, right?
With Theo, yeah.
Okay.
Theo, welcome.
Thank you all, guys. Happy. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we cannot travel, so we don't meet each other. But I'm happy that all the time we have the opportunity to talk through travel tech and all the kind of summits that exist online. So hopefully we get rid of COVID and finally we meet each other again in any kind of exhibition or, let's say, summit as this one. Okay.
Thanks, Theo. Welcome.
Shall I share from now on my screen, or would you like to say anything else, Federico?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me give me a second. Just tell me that you see my screen, and we are okay with it, so I can start.
Yep.
Okay, very nice. So I will do something else. I will go directly, making a presentation directly on the tool. So I will not have a PDF or something like a PPT, let's say, presentation. So I would like to say some things about Book Online Now. Book Online Now is right now in 47 countries. We have over 3,000 hotels in our portfolio. So the thing that we are saying, any booking engine can make clients book, but a good booking engine, in our, let's say, opinion, is the one that makes the client come back to book again. So engage the client and make him, let's say, come back to the hotel, not only because of the facilities, but also of the technology they have provided through the website and also directly from the booking engine we represent. So the thing I would like, first of all, to say about the booking engine, we're talking, of course, about a full responsive booking engine. So just to clarify to everybody who is inside right now, when we are talking about a full responsive website or a full responsive booking engine, you need to just click Control plus or minus in your official, in your browser, and you will see that if it fits to the screens, so it gets bigger or lower, then of course this is a full responsive. Now, the thing that we do as Book Online Now, we run a desktop version for desktops, laptops till 9 inches, and this is the version which can be implemented according the feel and look of the official website. So I concentrate that there needs to be a brand awareness of the booking engine. So you will see that we have, let's say, a blue, gold, black edition, there is a gold edition, there is just a simple white black. So we follow the feel and look and the brand of the official website. When we go to screens lower than, let's say, 8 inches, then we have another dedicated version of Book Online Now, which is the mobile version of Book Online Now. So you need to understand that the booking engine of Book Online Now has concentrated and checked that we want to have all the different screens attached to the booking engine. So because there is a different approach when we are talking about mobile devices, it's a different approach when we are talking about tablets, a different approach in the booking process when we are talking about desktops. Let's come to the main idea. Of course, I will not take much of the time discussing that the booking engine should be multi-language. So we have 37 languages at this time translated the booking engine, even Arabic and Jewish, which turn the booking engine to right to left. In some cases, those languages is a very good segment for many incoming markets. So it should be also turning the booking engine into the right order. So if I check, let's say, Jewish right now, you will see that the booking engine will turn right to left. Okay, let's go back to English, which is our main language. So I will, the good thing with the booking engine is, and what I say usually in all my presentations, is that the booking engine is a mirroring. So I say it's a twin of, let's say, the official website of the hotel. So actually, there has to be a specific, let's say, information also added into the booking engine, as many information as we can, even videos, 3Ds. So the thing I want to show you here is that you can add to the booking engine information, general information of the hotel or room information, any kind of information that keeps the client into the booking process, and he has no gap about the information of the hotel, so leaving the booking process and turning back into the official website. I will concentrate a little bit to those two sections. Special offer section is a section of the booking engine where the hotelier can run as many dynamic discounts as he wishes. When I mention dynamic discount, I mention discounts that have rules for specific period, for specific minimum stay, for a specific stay in a period, or specific, let's say, minimum days ahead to arrival, as I will show you here. So it's good those kind of special offers to be also added in the official website of the hotel. I will take an example of Victoria Hotels, which does have a very nice, let's say, website where they display all the offers that they do have for the hotel. So those special offers created in the back office of Book Online Now create direct links that drive the client directly to the offer, directly to the restrictions, directly to the search the offer is valid for. So if I click in Victoria Hotels, let's say the package, Romance package deal, if I click pre-order, you will see that I will be driven directly to a search, directly to the result the package is valid for. So imagine in the back office, so I will take you a little bit in the back office, this is called pricing rule offer section. So any rule, any pricing rule offer I create creates a direct link. Taking this direct link and adding it in social media, in official website of the hotel, in newsletter, even to send it to a client via email, will drive the client directly to the search the offer is valid for. This example here drives the client 31 days ahead to arrival. So if I take this link and add it here and I click it, I will be driven not to the today's date, but 31 days ahead. So you see that I'm driven directly here and I have a visibility of the rates, the promotion, initial price, final price, and how much money I save, in fact, for this specific offer. Now, the dynamic part when I'm talking about screens as well, regarding special offers, is that you have the opportunity to isolate the discounts or rate plans to specific machines, screens, or specific segments. We call it booking sources in our system. So you see that when you create a discount, you are able to have activation rules. You can decide which rate plan it is assigned, which room types are assigned, but mostly, and this is the important thing, you can isolate a discount, also a rate plan, if I go to the rate plan, to a specific device or segment. So clicking this, automatically I have a different discount on mobile devices. You can understand the importance in some hotels having different rates displayed or different discount displayed when we are talking about hotels that are next to airport or ports, because those clients are coming to the hotel, and usually if they haven't booked, they don't use their laptops, but they use their mobile phones in order to search for a hotel. Why not create a rate plan which has a last minute, let's say 5% discount, or offer at this rate plan, which is only for mobile devices, free pickup from airport or port. So this way, dynamically, you can also centralize your sales in specific segments. You were talking, Kari, earlier regarding family-oriented vacations or business-oriented vacations. So you can create unlimited booking sources, and when you're coming to a hotel, you can isolate discounts or rates to specific, let's say, segments, specific clients that are coming to your hotel. So it's a very dynamic part of Book Online now, and many hotels have taken advantage of creating campaigns, creating different rate plans for specific, let's say, segments, as I said. Let's come back to Book Online now. You see that we are running officially when you enter inside. If you have a channel manager, and what we propose usually to all hotels in order to expand the channel mix is to have a channel manager. The prices that you send to channel manager may be the same that you send also to Book Online now. There are many hundreds of, let's say, methods in order to make the product that you sell directly from your official website different from the one that you are selling from the OTA. It's not only discounts, which could be with promo codes, with special offers, as I showed you, but you can also create package deals. This is a new part of Book Online now. It's a different section where the hotel can apply predefined packages with add values, experience that he wants to sell, extra services that may the hotel have, which have predefined minimum stay. And you can assign it and sell it to specific room types. So let's take this one, which is Romance for Two, for example. It costs €750. It is for 3 nights. So let's learn more. I can see that this not only has the accommodation, which I will see next, but it includes also add values for the hotel, experiences that the client wants, let's say, to have during his stay. So by clicking Book Now, client will no longer see the rate plans, but he will see the packages, the predefined packages I told you about, that make the stay different and make an add value also to the stay of the client. So here I see that the Superior has the Mountain for Sirius, the VIP has the Romance for Two. So the thing that we are seeing is that online sales and pricing strategy is not always about discounts. It's also about creating experiences for the client and also upsell. Upselling also covers in some cases also the discount that you will create in low season or mid-season. So with this new feature that we have, package deals, it's an opportunity for hotels to also sell more about from the services that they have at the hotel. I haven't talked about the opportunity of having loyalty scheme. This is a predefined default, let's say, feature in Book Online now. When somebody books through Book Online now, he receives 2 emails. One is the confirmation of the email of the reservation, of course. The other email is that he has become member of the hotel. This means that actually the hotelier has the opportunity from Book Online Now platform to create different rate plans, different discounts for repeaters, people that come back and put their username and password from that they got from their first day, may see different discounts, different packages, different rate plans. This is called loyalty VIP in our system. We also have an automated leveling in our system as well. So somebody who books for the first time could be silver member. You can create a level gold member. Somebody who has, let's say, reached the amount of $1,000 or has stayed 3 times at the hotel will have the opportunity to transact automatically the client from silver member to gold member. So the dynamic part of Book Online Now, further to the offers that I concentrated in the beginning, is the opportunity to assign specific discounts to specific rate plans also to VIP members. This is the rate category. Have you thought about isolating a rate for specific countries? You may wish to isolate. I do have, let's say I'm located in Greece, so I do have Greek hotels right now isolating rate plans to Israel market. Why? Because due to COVID, the first announcement of, let's say, opening the touristic period was done between Greece and Israel. So Greek hotels have started to create rates that are being isolated only for Israel. So this way, you can create different packages that are adjusted to the needs of each market that you want to represent and you want to, let's say, to target. Another thing that is also dynamic is the second level discount. Book Online Now has 3 levels of discount, one that can be done directly from availability and rates. And when I come deeper here, I can also have dynamic discounts added, like second level discount. When I do that, this means that I can have a discount over all others discount and isolate this to specific segments, to specific machines. You have heard a lot about Google Hotel Ads. Of course, a good booking engine should be connected with all meta searches, as they call it. TripAdvisor, Trivago, Google Hotel Ads, Kayak, Skyscanner maybe. Book Online Now is connected with all of them. And of course, it's a new segment, and this is what we also say to our clients in our portfolio, is that they need to start activating also Google Hotel Ads, especially, which has a great volume of reservations, because it's another way of advertising your hotel and get rid of some of the commission that you might lose when clients see only Booking, Expedia, or the rest of the clients in your Google Hotel Ads business listing, and instead of booking directly to you, they book through Google Hotel Ads. Something new that was announced through Google is also having free ads here in this section. Not only the one that you are being charged with a commission-based model due to generated reservations, but also free ads that will be also lying here just above the compare prices section. Book Online Now is also validated for this, for the new. This is announced 2 days ago. That's why it's not live yet. But imagine that this will be also a new way of advertising the official website of the hotel and the booking engine as well. If we are talking about chains, like Victoria Hotels that I have here in front of me, there is another version which is called portal version of the hotel, the display of all the hotels of the chain. So this is in a different link. You can have centralized database to run your special offers. You can have a central database in order to run your loyalty sheet. Moreover, cross-selling between hotels that are in the same area. So when somebody is booking, let's say, in Sao Paulo, as we have here, and he doesn't find Hotel Express or Victoria, then automatically the booking engine proposes the sister hotel that are in the same area. This way, the chains do not lose the clients, but actually the booking engine is able to propose the hotels and keep them in the booking process. Last but not least, I will take you a little bit about data. We talked a lot, and I think most of the, let's say, persons that have made presentations here in Travel Tech have talked a lot about data and the big data, as we call it. So actually, hotels need to start understanding the numbers that exist not only in the booking engine, but also in the channel manager and maybe in the revenue tool that they use. So let me open another demo just to show you something here in the dashboard. So you need always to know the demand. What is the demand? When are your clients are looking for? When is the booking window they're looking for? This dashboard here is a quick view of the performance of the hotel. How many requests means demand on specific periods, specific months. When are your clients are looking? Did I get reservations in this period? If not, something is going wrong with my rates, my rate parity. Maybe I run discounts in Booking or Expedia, which I don't run in the official website. Should I do something? Yes, you need to contact Book Online Now support, and we will see together the numbers from which countries those requests came. Did you connect the booking engine with Google Analytics? Did you share the scripts with your marketeer to the booking engine in order to have a combined view of the official website statistics with the statistics of the booking engine? Those are critical things in order to understand your positioning of the hotel. And why we do that? Because through the booking engine, you always know from where the reservation is coming from. This is the dynamic thing of the source. You know that your clients are booking from mobile devices. They are booking from a tablet. Then, by seeing this kind of statistics and the conversion its booking source creates, you can run different rate plans, different discounts, or different, let's say, packages.
Teodoro, sorry to interrupt you just 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Yes, of course.
I just jump in. For example, Sources, Book Online Now is a unique platform in the world that led you, for example, as I've always said last year and this year during US and Canada, if you want to have a rate because you understand your Facebook client, your Instagram client, your LinkedIn client, here we can set and you can measure how much money you are making from Facebook, from Instagram, and you can understand where the unique one, you can use tags, you can use Google ads or tag manager or scripts. That's awesome. But Book Online Now let you create what I call like island of markets. So you do segmentations by segment in islands, and you can have a different prices that only the person that comes from Facebook will see that price, or the person that comes from Instagram only will see that pricing. They don't see the public price. So this platform let everybody create, or the hoteliers create, a lot of different market islands. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, this is actually.
I'm part of the company.
Actually, this is what you gave me the time to show you. This is my demo, but you can understand that here you can see the request based on departure, arrival, or reservation date, and you can see that Google Hotel Ads, let's say, or mobile, has 63 requests, searches, and you had 8 reservations, and you had this kind of revenue. So you can understand the conversion of each booking source. And when we are talking about requests, because I like very much the isolation of rates, it cannot be done very easily here in Europe, because we have the European Union requesting to have the same prices, in fact, between the European countries. But when we are talking about Canada, or we are talking about US or Latin America, it's very easy here to come and see the request per country. So actually you see how many searches, how many requests you had from the countries that visited the booking engine. And if you go deeper and see also the analysis that you have from your Google Analytics, the visitors on your official website, and you combine those things, you always are ready to see even from the countries, the specific client that comes, let's say, from Greece, from Bulgaria, from Canada, from US, which pages they have visited. So booking sources is a very dynamic thing, and that's why we concentrated a lot on this thing. Another thing we run, and it's used for, let's say, hoteliers that are in countries that have a difficulty into the exchange rate. I do have markets like Egypt, like Turkey at this point, which have a difficulty in the exchange rate between their local currency with US dollars. This is called fixed exchange rate. So you may want to isolate your local product with a fixed exchange rate in comparison with the dollar or with the euro, that is usually the default currency that you upload the prices. So by this feature, we override, in fact, here at the front end, the online exchange rate that exists. This is live. But if you want to have a flat fixed exchange rate, you can make this happen through the booking engine. So it's very dynamic again. If you can isolate it and do it for your local market when it's a difficulty in the exchange rate. I will not take much of the time. There are hundreds of things I can take. You gave me a time slot of 25 minutes, so I try to make everything very quick. There are marketing things in the booking engine like pre-arrival, post-departure emails, emails that can be sent to the client prior to arrival, after departure, like selling something like an upsell in the beginning, or requesting a kind, let's say, review if it's a post-departure.
Sorry to again. I think
Yes.
what will be awesome if you can show the policies. Because, for example, yesterday we have a travel tech masterclass when I said that right now we can start again using non-refundable. And everybody in that masterclass told me, no, you're crazy. No, you can. But you need to have tools to do that. We can do it because in the policies, we can set, for example, 15 days before your arrival is free. 7 days before you pay 1 night. And 1 day after you check in, if you cancel, it's going to be 100%. So we can isolate policies by rates. I let you speak about it. Sorry.
And then, first of all, yes, of course, you can isolate and create rate plans that can be isolated to specific, let's say, cancellation policies. So actually, here you will be able to assign specific cancellation policies, rate information, payment policies that exist for the specific rate plan. However, you can understand by this way, you may set here that the free cancellation policy is 7 days. However, you would like to have, let's say, in your high season, a different cancellation policy. It might not be a non-refundable one, but you want to have 21 days or 14 days prior to arrival during August. So you can come to policies and click the cross here and create periods with out-season details and change the policy for specific periods. So actually you have a rate plan that may have 1 day or 2 days on default for the whole season, but only for August, which is, let's say, I take August because I'm Greece, August is the high season. So only for August, I make a difference, it's 21 days. So actually you can isolate payment policies, cancellation policies between periods, and you can describe it very nice here and assign it to specific rate plans. So this is one other option of Book Online Now, which is very, let's say, commonly used. And you need to understand that the seasons, as we thought about them in the past, so I'm revenue oriented, so I remember when I was in big resorts, I knew that low season is May. I'm talking always for Europe, May and October. Mid-season might be June and September, and high season was July and August. Because of COVID, you can understand that this is totally different right now, because different markets open at this period, different, let's say, different periods apply, and different high seasons apply. So this is a very, very good, let's say, way in order to make different policies and adjust not only your free cancellation policy, but also for last-minute bookers to have the non-refundable. A last-minute booker usually is the one that is convinced to book at your hotel. Why not assign a last-minute rate with a last-minute booking and show this last-minute rate only 1 day ahead to arrival with a non-refundable rate. So, Vinny, as I answered you right now, non-refundable is not dead. Actually, it's the way you handle it. It's the way you handle it and what you want to achieve. So if you know that the booking window right now due to COVID is, let's say, 1 to 7 days is your last minute bookers because at that time you're convinced and sure 100% that you will visit the destination that you want to go, then why not have a semi-flex or a semi-non-refundable, 50% deposit at the time of the booking, not 100%. So there are ways to achieve that. Another thing I would like to highlight, and this will be on track, so I will say something that is not live right now, but I will have it mid of this year, will be the extra step. So as soon as a client selects the room type, there is an in-between step. He can choose to buy some facilities, amenities of the hotel. Okay, so this step in a newer version that we will learn will be isolated as a specific step. So somebody can book an extra of the hotel without having to book a room type, a room in accommodation, in fact. So it will be a link that the hotel may use directly from the official website to drive the client directly to the extras and packages selection. So imagine that you want, with a pre-arrival, to send an email to client, giving him a discounted spa because he's an already existing client. With a pre-arrival, you can send him this link and give him a discounted free spa at this point and book it without to book again any room type. I don't know if you spoke about the opportunity of, let's say, the difficulties hotel have right now with the 3D Secure of the credit cards. So you know that booking engine needs to be implemented with payment gateways at this point. Later this year, most of the banks will not allow hoteliers to go manually in the POS of the reception to charge the credit cards without the presence of the client. So it's important, of course, the booking engine to have the connection with payment gateways locally in each country in order to achieve direct payments without having disputes of the reservation from the client. So this is just to tell you that Book Online now is connected with over 20 payment gateways globally, and there is also a different section called billing section where a hotel can check whether a reservation has been charged, checking the deposits. So actually, it's a kind of a small PMS system in order to see the balance of all the accounts. Last but not least is the B2B section. I know the channel manager.
And this section, I would like you to show the B2B because here we are not focused only in hoteliers. We're focused this year also in all the travel industry. So this is very important. Book Online now has built B2B. So we have our own operator, like a hotel bed. Of course, we don't have 200,000 hotels, but we have our hotels all over, like more than 4,000. So there's a big hook to
Okay. So actually, what we say is that B2B has opened the platform of registration to travel agents, wholesalers that might be not connected to the channel manager. We have Red Tiger here with us. So we have a cooperation with Red Tiger, for example. We force the client to go and have wholesalers inside and more channels. However, there might be small wholesalers, small domestic in each country travel agents that might not be connected to the channel manager. So we give the opportunity to travel agents to be connected to the B2B platform of Book Online now. They register and they have, through this section here, the agent login, the opportunity with their credentials to book directly to the hotel the room prices that exist with real-time availability and real-time prices. So this is what I show you right now is the section that the hotelier sees. He gets affiliation requests from several travel agents around the globe. So he can see who this travel agent is, but more over, he can assign or affiliate better if he wishes to, let's say, cooperate with a specific commission that is displayed with a specific travel agent. So actually, he can assign through Book Online Now specific rate plans, specific packages, isolated only to the travel agents, corporate offices, or wholesalers. So each travel agent, because you talked about travel agents, will have, as soon as he registers, he has another platform which is called B2B platform of Book Online Now. He can come inside and he will have access to affiliate with all the portfolio that is right now participating into the B2B platform of Book Online Now. So he can check, he can, let's say, see which hotels are in Brazil, for example. Okay, so
and they can connect, have a directly kind of commission negotiations. And one thing that Book Online Now has that I love it is if you are a hotel chain with more than 30, 50, 100 or 200 hotels, you can have your own B2B operator only with your hotels. You don't need to go to the database. We are the only one in the market that provide you a B2B totally platform with the API. Of course, we charge for that. But if you want to have, you have 70 hotels and you want to connect that with a Go Global, Hotel Beds, and doesn't matter who, we can do that also directly to our platform.
And this is what we display as soon as they register here inside. They can see all the hotels, as I told you. They can see also the API doc, so they can connect directly. And instead of going manually in front of the booking engine all the time, they can do it through their system. So if they have the technical team to do that, they can make an API connection and get real-time prices, real-time availability of the whole portfolio of Book Online Now. So actually from this, it's just the panel that they see. They can make searches with affiliated hotels that they wish, and they can see directly the prices that exist for the period, the best available price, not all the prices. In the API doc, they can see all the room prices, but this is the best available price with the agent price and the commission that actually they get from the cooperation that they have done through hotels. So you see that this is my demo, let's say, travel agency. I have different commissions per hotel. So the hotel has the opportunity to cooperate and discuss with the travel agent the commission-based model that they want to set. The travel agent makes a minimum request of commission. So when they make the first affiliation, the hotel gets also the minimum required. However, it's an open platform to cooperate with the travel agent and the hotelier and decide with each other which is the best way to cooperate. The thing that I want to, let's say, this will help the hotel not lose time in the reservation process. Instead of calling the hotel all the time, which is the price? Which is the availability? Does the availability exist? Which room type? They give access directly to the travel agent. They come to the front end or here in the B2B platform. They go to book and they book directly any hotel that is in our portfolio and they have already affiliated. So I think I've covered most of the things in a quick mode today. I hope I didn't leave something behind. Vinicius, if you feel that I left something that I should, let's say, highlight.
You're the senior vice president. How am I going to tell you if you left something behind? I cannot do that at all.
Show me
I
money.
I just want to make a point because we have 4 minutes more. Then we go to Amelia. We have, for example, a lot of independent hotels. You can have 70, 200, or 1,000 rooms. Sometimes you never know really what happened with investment you do in ads. I'm not talking about Google, about the other social media. The good thing, if you don't have a good programmer and outstanding marketing company, normally marketing companies works with fixed URLs. On the travel side, nobody use fixed URLs. So to have an average what is happening, you need to use pixels. It's quite complicated to find persons that understand what I'm saying. It's very technical. But what Book Online Now do very easy. Okay, I will do a campaign between, I don't know, the 15 April till 5 of May. And you set there a link for a reservation. I spend $1,000. You will know how many clicks you got, how many reservations, and you will see if the campaign that you build have success. Because that will depend on the booking engine. It depends on what you do as the marketing at the end. But we give you the chance to do not depend if you don't have so much, not money, but a big structure. We can simplify that structure and give you all the KPIs that you need to conquer the market and to know when you put money if you get that ROI or not. That's all. Thank you, Teodoro.
And don't forget, Vinicius, that you were talking this earlier to the masterclass. You were talking about cooperation between technology companies. We opened a lot the connections. So as we are connected, let's say, with the hotels network, we are connected with chatbots. We are connected with meta advertising companies, which is something new for clients. So meta advertising like Sojourn, Adara, which are companies that give you the opportunity even to make campaigns without paying a specific amount of money into budget, let's say budgeting some money for marketing. They make for the hotelier or the marketing, and they get paid with commission-based model on generated reservations. So there are always opportunities to advertise the hotel, even those difficult times where the cash flow is not, let's say, too huge. You can find ways through the technology cooperations in order to advertise your hotel, to advertise your official brand, and of course, get more direct reservations. And this is what we try through Book Online now, okay?
For sure. And Book Online, what Book Online do better, in my opinion, is give you the segmentation directly. So you have the segmentation on your hands. And what we do worldwide is try to help hoteliers to do that. On my own, we build an OTA for South America on test. We have that online with all its hotels, hotelsaki.com and hotelesaki.com. It's an OTA that we create for Brazil, Argentina, and Peru, as an example. You can find, it's not up to date because that depends on myself, but there you will see most of our connectivities, for example. Teodoro, thank you so much for the presentation.
You're welcome.
Love Band, thank you very much to be here. If somebody have a question, you have seconds, because now we go to the new, one of the guys that want to break the travel market and will make the reservations change. The whole fight against Expedia and Booking.com. You need to have, I'm so sorry about the words, but you need to have balls to do that. So, Alejandro, please explain to us how you're gonna build this.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Vinicius, Fede, and the team for having me here. So let me just introduce you directly to the dream that we have called Amelia, right? I think you're seeing my screen already. So it's a pleasure to be launching Amelia together with Travel Tech, right? So we put today the MVP live for you guys to check it out. So you're the first ones to see it. And really, Amelia is born out of the dream of reshaping and revolutionizing travel and the customer journey. So a little bit of how we want to do that is, first of all, Amelia is a product and technology company that dreams of building the first circular economy platform as a service in travel, right? So we saw with frustration that travel was not innovating, was not really changing. The cycles of innovation in travel take 15, 13 years, and there was nothing new and there was no new proposal on the customer journey side. So our product enables travelers, facilitators, and trade to interact, co-produce, and deliver any travel-related request possible and get a personalized experience every single time, right? So Amelia is, in essence, the first of its kind travel marketplace that advocates for simplicity, for diversity. We start with a very big, powerful woman's name. It's about sustainability. It's about transparency. So really what we want to do here is build a community, build a platform that allows that community to interact and to really give a new travel experience, right? It's about the re-evolution of travel. It's about reshaping travel because COVID has made us aware that we need to evolve, right? That we need a new way of traveling. So maybe it's controversial to say, but travel so far has been about an extraction economy, right? The predominant players out there are exploiting suppliers, are exploiting travelers, are exploiting travel experts, which are the ones that basically give the service rather than help them, right? And that leads to a lot of brand distrust. There's a lack of transparency, a lot of complaints by the suppliers. There is a lot of infoxication, really. So we've lost the human touch of traveling. And I'm not gonna specifically mention those companies, but what we see is that all of their business models rely on predatory fees. They rely on unfair revenue generation and distribution. Just for naming something, it's the sharing economy was not that much about sharing, right? It's about legacy distribution and technology, very old kind of distributing product. They're slow to innovate. Again, 13-year innovation cycles in travel. They're targeted by legislation because they wanted to cut corners. And they all failed to deliver the original brand promise. So again, the sharing economy, we're going to be the gateway to all the product in the world. So that came short. And basically, what do we want to do with Amelia? It's generate this marketplace that articulates the three predominant players in travel. So you start with a traveler who needs to get their time back, and they will do that through Amelia. They can travel globally, but have an impact locally. And I'm going to tell you later how. And basically, it's about saving the planet. We need to start traveling better, more responsibly. So what the traveler will do is create travel requests. And on Amelia, which has a top of the line, cutting edge machine learning and artificial intelligence to match them to facilitators on our platform, it's our own product and tech company with very lightweight proprietary core technology, and it's open platform. Then they're connected and matched to these facilitators. Who are the facilitators? The travel experts, the guys that know what they're doing, the guys that will take you from point A to point B with the assurance that you have zero problems. And basically what they're doing is taking what they love doing, right? They want to gain flexibility and freedom. We're in the age of centennials, in generations that want to work on the gig economy rather than 9 to 5. It's about sharing their knowledge and their expertise to other people because they've been there, done that. So what the facilitator does is delivers a personalized experience and support to the traveler. And then once they actually handshake on the proposal, they will book the products and services directly and continue to give support to the traveler. And then there's the trade. And the trade is the one that we've said has been exploited the most by this legacy players, right? So the trade now has the ability to sell 100% direct every single time. It's about also cutting 50% of your distribution cost, and that's we've started measuring already. It's about creating circular revenue. It's revenue that's made in travel, for travel, and stays in travel. And last but not least is they have purpose-driven marketing for free. And how do we do that? We have several means of monetizing the business model in Amelia, but one is with trade and commissions. So it's not unlike OTAs, but what we do is for a much lower commission, what we do is split the commission transparently, and all the players have access to see that. And what we assign is a third of that commission to Amelia for the technology support. We assign a third to the facilitator or the travel expert that's giving the customized experience. And then 1/3 of that commission, the product itself, will have the option to give it as charity or destine it to social impact projects via what we're implementing, which is the first charity cryptocurrency of the world. So we're going to be connected to ONGs and other nonprofit organizations through a cryptocurrency to get to monetize that part of the commission and assign it for social impact. So basically what Amelia is trying to do here is reshaping and enhancing travel, because let's face it, after COVID, it's the defining challenge for the world. So reshaping travel means that we recover jobs and we are future-proofing for the gig economy. 1 out in 10 jobs in the world are supported by travel. Since COVID started, we lost 140 million jobs, and that was only last year. So that's 140 million people that need another job in the coming year. We only have one planet, and if we continue with over-tourism, we're not just going to destroy it, we're going to destroy our industry as well. We want people to travel as much as possible, but being responsible about it. Let's discover other ways of traveling, other places to be. It's about also becoming traveler-centric and travel simple again. It's mind-boggling the time we lose and the experience we get in what I personally believe to be just the travel supermarket today. And it has so many aisles, and you're just putting on the end of on the aisle the product that you want, that me, the traveler, fail to get what I really need. It's also about being security driven. So we will have to reassure the traveler that it's safe to travel again. And with the human interaction that Amelia proposes, that's done 100% of the time. Then it's also about distributing revenue more justly. We want everyone to be a little bit more richer, rather than just having a couple of big rich companies and the rest struggling to get by the end of the month. Don't get me wrong, we are a for-profit company, but we just want everyone to make money with us as well. And it's all about transparency and traceability. We cannot keep on in this industry working without collaboration, without knowing what each other does, because that leads to failure. It's either collaborating or disappearing. And as I said, we are super proud of launching our MVP this week together with Travel Tech. We rushed to get it by today. So a little bit of how it looks, and I'll go into the product right now. But the idea is that the traveler will start their travel request. We have a very quick and intuitive wizard that will allow them to create their request. Once it's published, AI will match them to the best facilitators, which are freelancers all around the world, working all different time zones and different kinds of needs. And what they will do is basically schedule a meeting with a traveler, prepare a proposal, and if they are happy, they handshake on it, they have seamless, unregulated treat between them, and that's the purpose of the marketplace, that you get together, agree to the terms, and start working together. So let me go and let me know if you continue to see my screen. And basically, I'm going to just go into the product. And this is Amelia live for you today. So we're super proud because what I'm going to, and I think you're seeing my screen.
Yeah, it's okay.
Basically, I'm going to go the traveler way. So I'm going to just post a request. So if I'm starting as a traveler on the platform, I might just have an idea of where I want to go. I might need just planning for my trip, or maybe I want to experience something else with an already booked trip. But let's just say that I don't have any clue of where I want to go, right? So I'm just going to choose dreaming. So I want to dream about the possibility of my trip. Then I might have some idea on destinations. I may not, but I'm going to say, I've always wanted to go to the Maldives. My wife as well. So I'm going to continue. And the thing is, this time I'm taking my in-laws with me. So it's 4. And I have my little one who's almost 5. And it's 2 families, right? Because we're going to have to sleep separately. And one of them has a cat. So we're going to put all of those. And I'm going to say, taking my in-laws to the Maldives. And then I'm going to say, dream trip to the Maldives. Help. And I continue, right? And this is the wizard. And the wizard's going to ask me, are you a leisure traveler, a business traveler, a bit of both? So I'm going to say, I'm a pure leisure travel. So I'm going to sign in with Google. And then it already picks up my information. I'm just going to put all my Last details. Oops, sorry. I'm in Spain. I'm in Barcelona. So I'm gonna go next. And then it says, almost ready. So you've already made a request. So it's 4 adults, 1 child. There's pets. You're not the same family. I'm not asking for support. If I needed support to do this, I could actually take it. And there's the title of my request. And if I'm ready and I'm sure, then I'm just gonna publish. And I posted my first request. So I can actually go to my dashboard now and see this is my information. If I would have filled it completely, then what you will see here is that I have my dashboard, I have a messaging service, I see all of my requests. I can create another request. But if I can look at this, I can go into my request, I view the details, and I can also see applications by the facilitators within the tool, right? So nobody has applied yet, but I would see all of the facilitators' profiles here with their reviews and their details, so I can actually choose one of them to start working with me. And then basically this is going to take me back to the initial page, but that's the whole idea of Amelia. It's basically, let me go back to the presentation. It's about recovering humanity. It's really a vintage notion of how travel should be, but enabled through technology so we can do it real time. So let me go back to my presentation here. And the idea is that we have an awesome team that has built and dreamed Amelia, right? So you're seeing that ugly guy on the left, which is me. Then we have Constanza. Between the 4 of us with Marcelo and Carlos, really, we have over, I think, 100 years in travel between the 4 of us. We have people that have worked in companies like Booking.com, Despegar, that created their own OTA like Avantrip, that they worked or being CPO with freelance platforms like Workana and Nearpod. And the idea is that all that accumulated knowledge has become a product that wants to recover the customer journey, really. I think that we have awesome companies here today and awesome companies all through travel tech solving problems for hoteliers, and now we're solving problems for travelers. And with that being said, I think I'm gonna be a little bit short, but that's because good things come in small packages. So I'm just gonna leave you with a quote, and it's about a very nice author that I like, and it's completely aligned with the Amelia message. And it says, you cannot buy the revolution. You cannot make the revolution. You can only be the revolution. It's in your spirit, or is it nowhere? And it's by Ursula Le Guin. And the idea is we want you to join the revolution. We want you to come to Amelia, explore firsthand the product, try and be a traveler, try and be a facilitator. I have friends that have told me, hey, I want to be a facilitator during the weekend because I love meeting people. I would have them at my place. I would do a free walking tour with them. The good thing about Amelia is that it's freedom, it's flexibility, it's for everyone, it's democratic. So hope we can see you soon on the platform, registering it, using. My name is Alejandro Gomez. As you see there, there's my email, alejandro@amelia.travel. You can check the tool out at amelia.travel, or you can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. It's been a pleasure, and thank you very much.
Thanks, Ale. Thank you very much.
I'm downloading, just so you know.
Yeah, it's a great information. It's a great information, Ale. Thank you. Yep.
it's funny that you mentioned it. Yep. So we already have the booking engine technology in the works. So we have proprietary technology to build products on the platform, your own, let's just say, travel and package products. And we also have the capacity, because it's open platform, to take any API in. The premise of Amelia, the premise of Amelia is to be as direct as possible. So what we're going to prefer is always taking either the Google APIs, because really we don't want to be the arbiter of the transaction itself. Actually, the beauty about Amelia is that the facilitator and the traveler and the trader are all interacting between each other and not with Amelia, right? So you're gonna get payment gateways to get the facilitator to let's just say bill the traveler for its commission or for its fee, because it's unregulated. They can actually negotiate the price. Then you will get another payment gateway so the traveler can pay for the actual product, right? For the actual trade. And the idea is that we give them freedom, that we give them flexibility to really manage the customer journey. And in terms of the product itself, yeah, well, basically we're going to get Google APIs. We're going to get product APIs. It's funny that you mentioned it, because some hotels and some hotel chains that have seen this is, okay, now I see the power of having thousands of facilitators powering up my direct sales channel, and really it's the purpose of having even a website, right? Because of that. Yeah. It is within the product roadmap, and the thing is, Amelia is about collaboration. It's a marketplace, so we're never going to say no. What we're going to say no to is something that goes fundamentally against our values. So we're going to say no to predatory fees. We're going to say no to cutting your affiliate marketing program because it doesn't work for you anymore. We're not going to do that. So we're going to stay true to our moral and moral north, product north, and value north.
No. I will have some time to go ahead through Amelia product. I mean, awesome. It's awesome. Yep.
Thank you very much, Faisal.
No, Vinny. No questions.
Thank you, Vinny. Thanks, everyone. First of all, thanks for giving me the opportunity to present in this pitch session. Let me share my screen right now. Are you able to see the presentation right now?
Yes.
You can, right? Great. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we at RevMax, we are popularly known as our product Rate Tiger. So we are the pioneer in this industry for last 20 years. We have been here since 2001. So yes, technology has changed. We have evolved as per the customer requirement, and the main three features that we have right now is connectivity, price intelligence, and business analytics. Now, we all know that any hotels, they do use multiple technology tools right now. I mean, they might use multiple channel managers, they might use multiple services, features, everything. So what they need is basically a hotel needs maybe a two-way PMS connectivity, a channel manager, booking engine, rate intelligence, and analytics. So what we did is we combined everything in our CRS tool, and here's our solutions. We have a 360-degree online platform from where we can actually offer a seamless connectivity for both ARI update and reservation delivery for the hoteliers. We have a real-time rate and performance daily track when it comes to rate shopping. We have an integrated hotel technology platform, which is known as LiveOS, from where it's most benefited for the chain of hotels to actually see how the reporting works out there and what they can get from all the reports out there. And last but not the least, we have the meta search and reservation platform for the travel agents as well. Now, as a channel manager, we do declare we are smart, simple, and intuitive. Reason being, number one, as I said, we have a seamless update. The rate and availability and restriction update we get from the PMS and we deliver it to the OTA extranet. We have the allocation management with the inventory pool method. Like whenever there's a reservation coming in, it automatically reduces the inventory in both PMS at our end. We can manage restrictions. You can go ahead, you can manage policies, you can do the room closure, you can do the property level closure from our tool. And of course, the most important fact where the hotels do take channel manager is minimize overbookings. So we actually sent an alert as well. We have the automatic emailing system. We can send emails to the hotels stating, hey, your inventory is down to this. So they have a lot of benefits. The hotels have a lot of benefits from our application to choose what alerts they want to receive when it comes to inventory. Pooled inventory is something that all the hotels look forward, because we can actually go ahead and they publish all their rooms to the inventory to all the booking channels. So what happens whenever a reservation comes in, we automatically update in both the PMS CRS and also at our tool. Now this is the group level dashboard. So what I did is I've embedded a snippet from application, because we have 2 to 3 different applications. So this is the first one. That's the LiveOS analytics tool that I'm talking about. So instead of going through different tools, I have embedded the snippets in one application right here in this presentation. So this is the group level dashboard that you're seeing right now. So this is a group level dashboard being done from 23 hotels of Indonesia. So it's all data. It's a demo data. So it's nothing live, nothing real. So just for your understanding. So what you can see in this screen is that there are a lot of things for the hoteliers to gauge, and this is made from our database. So at the left-hand side, you can see what are the rate parity instances. This group of hotels has the count of the rate parity instances, unanswered reviews, surveys to respond, and the right side of the screen shows the overall revenue, that the total revenue which the hotel has managed, and the restaurant revenue, the beverage revenue. It gives you a complete breakup. So actually, in a nutshell, it will give you all the key actions which the hotel wants to do, which is pending from the hotel end with the selected group. If I go to another screen that I may share, it shows you different data, like from month to date to month till year, what are the revenue generated for the hotel. The action part of the dashboard, action points remain unchanged. It's already there. We have the Trust You dashboard as well. We have the closeout days, where which hotel has closed out which days, and in case they want to open, we have close and reopen a master close widget as well in this LiveOS dashboard. So there are lots about it in LiveOS dashboard, but I'm just covering the main important points. So the Trust You scores, rate parity instances, and the closeout dates can actually be viewed through this widget, through these KPI tiles, and the hotels can action accordingly what they need to do as the next course of action. In this rate parity instances, you can actually see that which hotel has been showing the rate parity instances, how many days of rate parity instances, or how many count of rate parity instances. So the hotel knows, okay, when they're logged into this LiveOS dashboard, they can actually see that, okay, this is my count of rate parity instances. Maybe this is happening because of some extranet or some site. I have not given that discount at that promotion. So let me quickly manage and let me quickly update the correct rates, so they are in parity once again. These are the unanswered reviews I was talking about. Like the most important part, like when a guest is leaving the hotel or the guest has checked out and has given a review. So it's very, very important for the hotelier to actually see what are the reviews for their hotel. And the review should not be left unanswered, because if it's a negative review, if it leaves unanswered, that actually spreads a negative word of mouth. Because if I am a guest and I am not so happy with the guest services in the hotel, so if I go ahead and give a negative review for the hotel, because I would want the hotel to take this as a room of opportunity and to go ahead and improve their services, which I didn't like for during my stay. But if I see that I have put down my reviews and it has been like 5 7 days and I have not got any response from the hotel, that's too bad. As a guest, I'll feel, and that's the way. Might be if someone asks me about that hotel next day, I'll say no, I don't think it's a good place to stay. So that's where the hoteliers should go ahead and should update and of course answer the reviews for the hotel space. I mean, both the positive and the negative ones. So here is the widget and the tile which actually shows how can how can the hotelier be updated with the unanswered reviews and action accordingly. Next is the CRS flow. So one part I've covered in short, the live OS dashboard and how it looks like. I will of course show you again when I go to the major. I have the demo product also open. So if I get time, I'll also show you that. Now, as I said, the Red Tiger, we have a one-stop solution. We are CRS. So this is how the process flow looks like. So if the CRS in the middle, we get all the rate and inventory from the PMS and the RMS, the rate recommendations. So we as a CRS, we go ahead and we send the same rate and inventory to GDS, tour operators, OTAs, wholesalers, and meta search engines. And when it comes to reservations, we go ahead and we deliver the reservations into the PMS. So it's the majorly CRS, as you know, the center of the hotel ecosystem. The online distribution channels are taken care of because we have integration about more than 400 OTAs, and we can go ahead and process the real-time ARI update to all the OTA extranets. And we actually connect to all the major key channels like Booking.com, Expedia, Airbnb, and so on. When it comes to GDS, yes, we are connected with Amadeus, Sabre, Travelport, which would help the hotelier to increase the corporate booking as well. Regarding the direct bookings, yes, we are connected to booking engines, and we have these booking engines which facilitate the hotels to get more and more reservations. And also, we are connected to meta search engines and the wholesalers as well, like GTH, Orico, Wikitravel, just to name a few. The key benefits for this CRS setup will be the hotel can go ahead and they can distribute the inventory at a lower cost to multiple channels. They do not need to access extranet throughout daily basis. That's where the channel manager comes into picture. A hotel might be managing around 15 to 20 extranets. So why should they go ahead and why should they go to individual extranet to update the rates or close the rooms, open the rooms? They don't need and update inventory. They don't need to do that. They just have a channel manager, Rate Tiger, in place. So if they're connected through PMS, they just update in PMS. We take the rate and inventory data and we go ahead and update it in the OTA extranet. And also, this is the good way of maximizing the revenue through participating in the right mix of channels. This is a very simple CRS interface, which we as a hotelier, they can always go ahead and configure from their end as well. So just they add their property details, the photographs, the amenities, and they provide the tax rates and markup margin, commission. And by there, we can go ahead and we can set up the CRS interface. Any hotel we can set up in our CRS interface. So that's one thing I have covered for the CRS part right now. Next, a lot of hotels are actually worried about, like, if I'm in a region, if I'm in NYC, I'm a hotel in NYC. I will be very much worried that what is the competitor charging for the properties, and what are the rates? Maybe a hotel next to me, I know that they're getting more guests. Why are they getting more guests? I mean, what rates they're shopping? I mean, as a hotelier, I will be actually very inquisitive to know and how I have to manage the rates competitively to be competitive in the market. So this is where our shopper, our real-time competitive rate intelligence comes into picture. So we have a Rate Tiger shopper tool. So by the Rate Tiger shopper tool, we can actually enable the hotels. The hotels can use to monitor the real-time rates. Their real-time rates, they of course they know about, but they can go ahead and they can see the competitor real-time rates. And we have different features enabled in our Rate Tiger shopper by where they can get alerts if a competitor is changing rates. So the few benefits of the shopper tools, as you can see here, right? They can review the marketplace. They can shop for multiple parameters, like they can shop for gross rate, net rate, length of stay. Maybe they can differentiate. They can put different length of stay, and they can shop the reports. They can identify the rate movement. That's what I was talking about. Like they have a rate changing report and a rate change report. So what happens, as you all know, that there's a scheduler running in the background. So what happens if the competitor hotel has changed rate, and in the next scheduler which runs in my report, I get to know that that hotel has changed the rates. And that's how you can monitor your competitors as well. As I said, this is how the on-demand shopper looks like. So you can shop rates as and when you want. You can actually shop for multiple nights, multiple room type, rate plan at one go. You just select from the tool the options, and you can go ahead and you can shop. Yes, you can monitor competitors by the benchmarking report. So this will give you a graphical report as well, and you can go ahead and you can download them into PDF, Excel. So you can go ahead and fetch many reports from this on-demand shopper tool. Rate integrity thing is one of the most important things. Like you have to have the same rates across all the brand website, OTAs, meta search, and other channels. So this is a very important thing that you can monitor through the on-demand shopper, and you can actually go ahead and you can accordingly take action what you need to do to have the rate parity, to be in parity. You can actually gross view the rates, different rates. As I said, the gross net rate or on-site rate was there on your brand website. So you can go ahead and you can fetch the report. You can see in the tool, the shopper tool, what are the reports as per your wish. I mean, as I said, gross net or as in the brand website rate. So that's a comparison of apple to apple, what you can do for shopper. Next comes another module of Rate Tiger, which is known as RT Connect, and this is most popular in US and Canada region. I will say about 80% of the hotels, 85% of the hotels from US and Canada region are using this RT Connect module. This is a very, very simple module, and the hotels they can be rest assured they have the least manual task out here. Everything is automated. So what we do is, once a hotel is subscribed to RevMax Rate Tiger, on the onboarding time, we do this settings as a one-time task. The settings which is done in the Rate Tiger application tool, that's a one-time activity that's being done from the hotel end. We felicitate the hotel during the onboarding process, and once the setup is done, it's all done. It's actually all done, because after that it will be tasked for the hotels to update rates in the PMS interface, and we will fetch the data from background, and we will update the rates to the OTAs. When it comes to reservation, we will pick up the reservation from the channels and deliver to the PMS. That's what is described in this diagram. So what I did is I have embedded a few snippets from the tool, from the RT Connect tool in this presentation, but what I think I should show you live on the demo application. So let me go. Just give me a minute. Okay. So here is the live OS tool that I spoke in the before, that shows you different widgets like the demand score. Here is the actions, the reservation status, which you have right now, the sales target. So you have different widget, which would be very, very helpful for the hotelier. One hotelier might like, yes, I want this demand score. I really find it helpful. Someone may say that, no, I did the shopping demand. Someone might say sales target. So we have everything on one analytics tool with the hotel. It's up to the hotelier. They can go ahead and they can, once they are subscribed to the Rate Tiger application live OS, they will have everything in this one interface, so that they can go through any widgets they like, which would be helpful for the hoteliers. So as you can see, that different tiles, which you see the reservation, These are all the data about what are the room nights sold, price analysis, shopping on demand. If I go to profitability, it also shows how much was the report of the profitability for the hotel from the OTAs or from the GDS. I'll take you straight away to the Connect application, which I was talking about. Okay, before that, let me show you. We also have a channel view out here. So you can actually go to channel view and you can view the details. Like, as I said, that from the Connect interface, we go ahead and we update the data to the extranet. So you can actually go ahead, you can see in the channel view what data has got updated out here. Okay. Now let me go back. Just give me a sec. This is the main page from where you can go to any of the hotel, and you will be logged into that specific hotel interface. So without taking much of your time, let me go to Connect, which is this is the RD Connect dashboard, which I was talking about. So it's a demo hotel. So yes, this is the interface as I was talking about. This is the first time setup that we need to do. So as you can see in this setup, it's a home page. You have the reservation mapping and reservation report. I'll come to that later on. But this is a settings page, which is most important. So on the first point, you see the PMS room type rate plan. So whatever room types you have in the PMS, the codes are very, very important, because the room type and the rate plan PMS codes will be talking to each other when it comes to the ARI update and the reservation delivery. It's one of the key factor. So these are the PMS room type and the codes which is out here, and you can see the rate plans as well. So once we have set up the PMS room type rate plan, we go to the next point, which is the channel room type mapping. Here it will show you all the channels which the hotels have taken through Rate Tiger. And we can see that if the status is verified, the status verified means the username and the password is correct. And under the active status, it's for the hoteliers to actually check which OTAs or the channels they will be managing through Rate Tiger. Now, the next part is the very, very crucial and the important part is the room type mapping. So suppose if I see the trip to go channel, on the left-hand side, I have the channel room type. So the channel room type is nothing but the extranet room type that you see from the extranet. So Rate Tiger, like any other channel manager, is a mirror image of the extranet. So whatever will be there in the extranet, we will just fetch the room from there, and accordingly we can map it to the PMS CRS room type. So all the hotels need to do is click on the hourglass. It will go ahead and give him all the PMS room type rate plans that we have set up in the first page. Remember the PMS room type and the rate plans that's there in the PMS, and you can just map from here. So once all the mapping is completed, we just save. Sometimes we fetch, and it's a good practice for the hoteliers. We do encourage the hotels to fetch the room types, because sometimes we might not know and the hoteliers might not remember that they have done a room type rate plan change, maybe in ExpediaBooking.com. So it's very, very essential that whenever you do any changes in the extranet, be it the room type rate plan, you come over here, fetch the room type, and accordingly map them. Because if you don't map it, you will not be able to process the ARI, and the reservation would not be delivered to PMS correctly. So next we come to the rate management. From the rate management page, hold on, please give me a minute. Yes, so on the rate management page, we have the channel currency and the hotel currency. So rate weight, this is a very important setup. Now, a lot of hoteliers, what they want to do is, over in this page, we have different levels of rate weight. We have channel level, we have room type level, with the occupancy level. So channel level is nothing but the markup or the margin set for this channel, for all the room type for the channel. On the room type level, we can go ahead and we can give a proper different weightage differential if the hotel wants. Like they might be saying the double room should have be $20 more than the queen room. So accordingly, you set the room type level weightage out here. Occupancy level, same thing. Might be the double rate is $20 more than single, or the triple may be $30 more than double. So accordingly, you put the rate weight out here. So what happens at the end when all the rate weight setup is done? And of course, the last but not the least, the settings for allocation split. This is the inventory thing. So for this room, the hotel might want 50% of the inventory should actually go to the extranet. So they might have go ahead and update 10 rooms in the PMS, but basis the setting done out here, he might want to just update 50%, only 5. So that's the reason he has written 50% out here. So we will just go and update only 5 rooms to the extranet. Priority is also set out here. So if you want to prioritize any of the rooms for for you to get the reservations, you can prioritize. And of course, you can exclude. The exclude option was already there in the rate weight page. So suppose if a client knows that this rate plan or this policy, I won't want to go ahead and update through Rate Tiger. So you have the luxury to go ahead and exclude that single room type rate plan from this page. So this would be mainly for the settings purpose. So on the onboarding process, we do set right from PMS room type rate plan to channel mapping to rate weightages to allocation split settings. Now, once all done and the hotel is good to go to update rate and inventory through Rate Tiger and also for the reservation delivery. So once the hotel is using this tool, the reservation mapping, I'll show you the reservation mapping. So in the reservation mapping, you can actually go ahead and see which is mapped, which is unmapped. Most of the channels, we all know they are auto map channels. So you don't need to do mapping out here. So whenever a reservation comes, according to the reservation room type, whatever mapping we have done before between PMS and the channel room type, the auto mapping will happen out here. So you don't need to actually go ahead and do any manual task out here. Another good thing is the ARI exception log. It's not out here, but I'll show you from here. It's already out. So just give me a moment. It's not in this demo, sorry about it. So I can show you in the presentation itself. Yep. So if I go to the last slide, I have the ARI reservation, ARI exception log. So what I mean by ARI exception log is that normally when we go ahead and when we update ARI rates and inventory to all the OTA extranet, there are a lot of time failures do happen. So the hotel, of course, can come to our support and ask that what's happened, why the error has happened. But for the benefit of the hotel, we have embedded the same in the application itself. So as you can see, the ARI exception log, the first page that will show you how many instances have for rate, for different parameters have failed. So if you go to each individual parameters and click on that, it will actually show you which room type has failed, when you have updated, for which date you have done the update, and if you hover on the parameter value, it will actually show you the error response that we have got from the channel. And another best part is that you might go ahead and you might know that you have got some errors for Agoda or maybe bookings 7 days before. So you can actually go and there's a navigator given out here. So you can go ahead and you can just click on this navigator screen. You can search by the update date you have done, or you can search by the transaction date. You can choose the channels and you can actually see. And you can see over here, they're showing the reason: invalid access, connection error. It will show you all the errors out there. So last but not the least, about the pricing thing, when we go ahead and when we talk to the hotel and the hotel is interested for our product, we have flexibility in pricing as per the hotel wants. So we can go ahead and give them a subscription pricing that's calculated like per hotel, per channel, per month. We have the transactional pricing as well. So the hotel says, no, we don't want to go ahead and pay you a flat fee. We just want to pay you basis the volume of reservations. We go for transactional pricing, and we have the hybrid pricing as well. That's the combination of subscription pricing and transactional pricing. So last but not the least, the reason why a hotelier would choose Channel Manager's Rate Tiger is not only Channel Manager, as I said, that we are a one-stop solution. So we have Channel Managers, CRS, RE Connect, Booking Engine, Shopper, and Metasearch. We are 99.9% system time update because we value the system or the transaction process very much. So we keep our systems very, very much updated. We have a perfect monitoring in place. We have teams out here, internal teams who actually monitors what's happening in the back end, which hotels are giving failures. So our proactive support team, we go ahead and proactively connect with the hotel and say, hey, we are seeing failures for this room type for this channels, and this is the error, and this is what you need to do to actually figure it, to actually fix it. We have 24 by 7 multilingual support in different languages. And the best part, and we boast about our support team because we are 24 by 7, our support team. And in addition to our support team, you get the dedicated service manager for each and every property. So when it comes to US and Canada, I am the first point of contact for all the hotels, and after that is being routed to the support team. We are ISO PCI compliant, and we have around more than 99,000 happy clients. So yes, that would be me from that would be all from my end. If anyone have any questions, please ask. Thank you.
Thank you, Basu. Thank you for the presentation.
Thank you so much.
Any question, Ale? Theo?
I have experience with Basu and eRev Max, so I know what the guys can do, what they can deliver. The length and breadth of their integrations is outstanding. I would say outlandish. So
thank you.
Congratulations, Basu. It's very nicely done.
Thank you. And Theo, you're very good to us. We know you. Thank you.
I have to go because I have another demo scheduled shortly, but I want to thank everyone. I really learned a lot today, and I appreciate this. Take care.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eddie.
Bye.
Alejandro, what time is it there?
Sorry?
What time is it in Barcelona right now?
What time is it in Barcelona right now? It's 10:30.
Okay. I'm 1 hour ahead. Okay, good.
Yeah. I know. You're in a better place.
I have a different.
That's who's late, huh?
It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. You beat us for sure.
So for that alone, he deserves like 100 leads and a couple contracts out of this.
Yep.
That reason alone.
For sure. But don't request Travel Tech to give the contracts. We can maybe provide leads, but that will depend on the presentation and what we do. Because if somebody says, "Oh, we are in Travel Tech, we need to sell 30 contracts," come on, man, no. We are based on the knowledge, and we are amplifying everything.
Right. But Vinny, one request: once the travel corridors are open, the borders are open, we do expect a trade show happening, a physical trade show where we can meet each other.
For sure, Brazil. But we're going to have the 3D fair from Brazil, from APAC, Latam, and Spain, and EMEA. We're going to be the first one in the world to have a 3D fair. What I can do, maximum, is try to load and share the screen to make time to show how it will be. I don't know if that what everybody's saying. Do you think that I can show that? I don't know. It's up to you guys.
Okay, good.
Let me
We will love it.
Yep.
1 second. Okay. So it's a 3D fair web-based, so I request a few seconds that will load like this. You can double check what we'll have for Brazil, Portugal, APEC, Latin, Spain, and EMEA. I will log in. You can, it's in three languages, Portuguese, English, and Spanish. So I will set my email here. Access. I will choose my avatar. I want to be a woman. I don't want to be casual, executive. Login. Here we're going to have we are working on it for all the translations. So here we have the future of travel tech.
Vinny, we don't see your screen.
No.
I wanted to see you as a woman, but still I haven't seen you yet.
Okay, give me 1 second, please.
Theo, he wanted to keep this as a surprise. That is the surprise effect.
1 second.
The screen will just come like a boom.
Where's here now? Now you can see it?
No, not yet.
Okay. Not at all? Nothing changed?
No.
Okay, 1 second. That changed to you guys or not?
No, Vinny.
So maybe I cannot, because I have OBS to, let me check here. I do all the changes. I don't know why you cannot check this. It's quite. So maybe I cannot show. You see something at the moment because I cannot check. Let me check what I have. And here on YouTube, we can see it. On YouTube. And what I need to do, you cannot see my screen because I'm not charting. It's my fault. Sorry.
Okay.
Now.
No yet. And now yet.
Yeah, something is coming up.
Yeah.
Yep, you can see it right now.
So great. This will be the 3D fair that we're gonna launch. Give me a second. I'm having issues here. Okay. We're gonna have all the fair. You will be able to walk around, go to each stand as we're seeing here. You're gonna have information. For example, each stand will have two, as we see here, televisions. When we approach, we will be able, each company will be able to connect an API from YouTube and show their presentations, more than one. And if each company wants to have like a streaming, they will be able to do it also, okay? Very simple, very fast. Then here we have all the stands. What I can do, I just go to I go to exhibitions. I will double check if it's a VMS, it's a review system, booking engine, channel manager, destinations, doesn't matter. Here on the map, I will be able, for example, to choose each company I want to go directly. So if I click here, automatically, I will go to stand. And on this stand, we go in this option that we have the E. I'm gonna have all the contact details for that company and WhatsApp and Telegram contact directly. If we have persons on the stand during the commercial hours, I will be able, for example, to interact with them, chat, and if they need to have one-to-one presentation, they will be able to share their Google Meeting or any other kind of platform they use to share. They also will be able to interact with the public walking around. We're going to have the auditorium for the masterclass. We're going to have another auditorium for the pitching of sales. And we also will have a workshop for each sponsor. So each sponsor will have 1 hour to create their own workshop to show to everybody. So basically, we are working on this. This is finished at the end. We just right now, next week, we're gonna send for all the sponsors, and for everyone that want to join us will be able. So this is pretty fair, basically. What do you think? Do you like it? It's like a game at the end.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. It's good. It's good.
It's the first one. It's the first one on the world that's so. We are the first one, and everything we're doing. So great.
Innovative, right? Great.
I just need to again change the screen. This is a nightmare sometimes. Just 1 second. Let me check. Okay. Okay, no, it's correct. We're still on YouTube. So we need to wait. I need a list to wait more certain minutes to join us. Sumoya Bazoo and Teodoros, if you need to go, please don't worry. You can go ahead. I need to stay because all the presentations that everybody did today, we're gonna cut each of them and do publicity and send for the people to see each pitch for each company. Okay? So if you need to leave, go ahead, guys.
Thank you.
I'll
Thank
be
you.
here with Federico and Alejandro.
Enjoy your day.
Cheers, Pedro. Bazoo.
Thanks for everything. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, Alejandro. Bye, Bazoo.
Bye.
Okay, let's wait.